Okay, so problem 10, we're looking at this SAT score problem. And we're given a scatter plot of the verbal as a explanatory variable and math as a response variable. And then on the next page, you're given the residual plot and the histogram. So we basically got to test the hypothesis here. So let's go ahead and do that. So our parameter here is big B is the linear relationship between SAT math and SAT verbal scores. Okay, so they just want us to figure out if there is evidence of a difference. So this is a two-tailed test. The assumptions, if I look at the scatter plot, is straight enough. The residual plot shows no pattern. The histogram of the residuals is unimodal and symmetric, and each score is independent in regards to math, SAT, and verbal SAT scores. Okay. Name the test. This is going to be a linear regression t-test. Test statistics. So let's see, what is n here? N is 162. So degrees of freedom is 160. That's right on your regression output. B sub 1 is 0.675075. And standard error is 0.0568. So the predicted math score is what the y-intercept is 209.554 plus 0.675075 times SAT verbal. Okay, so that's stat. Obtain P. So T is B sub 1 minus big B over the standard error. And they tell us that our t value is 11.9. And that's also right on your regression output. So I'm basically looking right now at this line right here. I'm getting all this right from this line right here. Okay, a line up above it is about the y-intercept. This is our slope, and that's what we're testing, so we're good to go. So again, we did a two-tailed test. So T is 11.9, T is negative 11.9, our p-value is less than 0.001, so we make a decision. So reject H of O at the 0.05 level. since P is less than 0.001, there is strong evidence of a linear relationship between SAT math and SAT verbal scores. Okay, so let's go, where's R squared up there? R squared is, what, about 46.9%? So R squared equals 46.9%. So 46.9% of the variation in SAT math is explained by the variation in SAT verbal. So about half the variation in SAT math is explained by the variation in SAT verbal. And then I'm going to get my correlation. So we're going to do the square root of 0.469, and that's 0.68, right? So R is positive 0.68, because if you look at the scatter plot, as verbal scores increase, math scores increase. So there is a, I would say moderate positive linear relationship between SAT math and SAT verbal.